Next category would be best saunas for, apartments, condos, townhomes. Basically, things where the entire category isn't going to have space for some huge sauna, but also wouldn't be in a position like the purchaser, you wouldn't be in a position to upgrade the electrical, hire an electrician, tear open drywall, fish wiring, or change anything in an attic or in a basement or something like that. So really catering to that crowd. Usually this is limited to a 1 and 2 person sauna just because the larger ones have bigger power supplies and you wouldn't be able to, get a family style 4 or 5 person sauna that works on a regular outlet. They just don't make them. So that's the second category. Third category is typically the best saunas for basements, garages, home gyms, places where you may already have a 20 amp, 120 volt outlet that will support a 3 or 4 person sauna without doing electrical upgrade. But most of the time, if you have a home gym or you have a garage or you have a basement or something like that, you're either in your forever home or you have disposable income to where if you spend $1,000, to accommodate this larger gym style or family style sauna, that it wouldn't, it's worth it to you to do that. So we put that in its own category, both for size and cost of install. Next would be, what are the best saunas for actual detox protocols and people with health challenges? So this is kind of in its own category because you have people with allergies, chemical sensitivities. Some people are dealing with MCS or have some type of toxicity from either a drug or some type of chemical exposure, anything where it's a career health hazard to be exposed to the compounds that you come into contact for the last, 2 decades every day or something. So, and then finally, the fifth one would be, what are the best saunas for like individual budgets? $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. So let's run through these. And this is kind of how I break it down. And I think people get a little irritated with me, a little upset. But it's the reason that I do this is because when you just want me to tell you what is the best sauna to buy in 2025, if I tell you it's X brand, everyone wants to say, oh, it's Clearlight. Oh, it's a Sunlighten. Oh, it's a Radiant Health. Oh, it's a Heavenly Heat. Oh, it's a Therasana. Oh, it's a Costco sauna. Oh, it's this. You could turn around and ask the next person, and if they told you a different set of criteria, whatever I just said isn't going to work for them. So it's these 5 categories that I really focus on to kind of, if I can't talk to you, I want to hone in on what are your needs? What are you really looking for from this thing? Because one person could buy something that I recommend of a particular brand, model, size, whatever, and love it. And the next person could buy the exact same thing and hate it. And it's not because the equipment is any different from one to the next. It's because the equipment's not matched up to their needs. No one asked them any questions. No one is asking you, well, what are you looking for? What do you need? Are you a commercial gym owner and you guys are doing a build out on a space and you can drop whatever power you want and have unlimited power at the panel on tap to add, multiple 240 breakers, and you want multiple saunas to cater to your members? That's very different. So, there might be a brand and a model that fits that and caters to that really, really well, right? But if I were to say the exact same thing to a person that is, in a high-rise apartment like I used to live in, we didn't have any space for a sauna. And the biggest thing was, if we did get one delivered on a pallet, you'd have to arrange, time with the service elevator to even take it upstairs. And then it wouldn't have been possible to add a circuit. It would have to be a regular small 1-person sauna that you could power on a regular outlet. So here's the context to all these answers so that if you see this, you kind of understand, the 1,000 other YouTube videos where it's like, oh, this brand is good or, oh, this brand is bad. This is the video that sort of runs through why. Okay. So let's go through this really quick. Best portable saunas for 2025. We've got a whole bunch of these. I have other videos that talk about the cheap $200 Amazon. I think it's a Heatwave Rejuva something. It's on my Amazon profile if you search for it. It's $200. It's really small. It works. It's not great. It's not going to last a super long time. The tent itself, stains, and it's not very big. My shoulders kind of touch, so I'm cramped. However, I have bought 5 or 6 of those for various folks, and it gets their feet wet, gets them in the game. It'll do what it needs, what you need it to do for the time being. Is it low VOC, low EMF, all these things? No, guys, you're not getting that for $200. You're just not. So next on the list, Would be the more expensive tent saunas. We don't recommend the Synergy stuff anymore. I think the company's out of business and they're catching on fire now, so that's bad. Something very similar would be like the Durasage, the Durherm. You could throw Therasage in there, but they keep raising the price too, and it's kind of junk for. I mean, you can't spend $1,300 for the exact same thing that you can get from Amazon for $500 or $600. It just doesn't make sense anymore. And Relax Sauna is closing in on that gap too. I think they raised the price to something ridiculous now, which is $1,700. And I don't know what you want me to say, but you can get this sauna right behind me for $1,750, like on a sale. So there's group buy discounts in the Facebook group sometimes. Last sale, that thing was like $1,749. So Relax Sauna works awesome. If you're going to buy a portable tent sauna, I highly recommend you check that out. But it's going to break the bank for what it is. A good happy medium, though, is the dome saunas. You should check out the dome sauna reviews on the YouTube channel. One Love has done a really good job of putting together two different models. I have the XL because I'm broad-shouldered and bigger, and I don't want my arms to be stuck in the thing to where I can't get them out. So the larger ones I think are 15, 16, 1650, something like that. And the non-low EMF model, or the skinny model, as I like to call it, is like $900. So those are really good options. Not everyone wants to lay down. Some people really want to lay down. So those are great options for portable saunas, and some of the best models that we've tested for 2025. I'm not big on the blankets, but if you want to check out the blankets, search the Facebook group for Prosana. They have a great low EMF one, and it actually has, some far infrared coverage. I'm still not a huge fan of blankets. I just don't like laying in my own sweat. And given the option, I prefer, something different. So category 2, best saunas for apartments, condos, and townhomes. Like I mentioned in the overview, this is going to be largely your 1 and 2 person saunas. You're going to want something that's 10 or 15 amp, something that's under around 1700, 1800 watts, because you can't use, the full wattage or amperage of a circuit without any headroom. That's how you get into tripping breakers, this, that, and the other. So what we're looking for in this category is a sauna where it'll work on a regular outlet that you can walk up to and run a vacuum cleaner. So those are going to be things like your Heavenly Heat Eco. Great option for this. Heavenly Heat 1 person. Up to the Heavenly Heat 2 person, which I have right here. But if you're going to run the red light therapy simultaneously with the sauna, you may or may not pop the breaker on that. That remains to be seen. Radiant Health E2H is a staple. Radiant Health E1H, great choices. The clear lights, I think only the Sanctuary 1 can run on a regular outlet. You've got Premier IS1 and IS2 that'll do it. You've got the cheaper stuff like the Life Pro, kind of like behind me. If you look up the reviews for that, you can see for $100 less, you get more far infrared coverage out of that than you do out of the Dynamic or the Costco sauna. Nothing wrong with those. If that fits the bill, a lot of people like those too. I just get a better sweat at a lower temperature from these. Kind of the same sauna. Seems like they come from the same place. Just one has heaters in the floor and the sidewalls, and the other ones don't. So when you look at that on a FLIR gun, you can kind of get an idea of why it makes a difference. But all these options are going to be the sizes and wattage that you could use in a townhome, condo, apartment, anything like that, where you're going to be limited by the HOA. You can't run conduit outside for a new electrical outlet, or you wouldn't want to because you're either renting or not staying there, or you just, you're not going to tear up drywall and stuff like that in that situation. So those are kind of in its category on its own. And those are your limitations based on size and electrical requirements or power you may have. Next category is going to be the best saunas for garages and basements and home gyms. So this is where things get interesting, because if you have a basement or if you have a garage or a home gym, typically in these situations, in garages, you already have a 20 amp outlet typically in the ceiling for the garage door opener. That's usually required by code. And a lot of times they'll just make all the outlets in the garage in the walls 20 amp also. In this case, usually you can get away with running 120 volt, 20 amp, either 2 person, 3 person, sometimes a 4 person, but really 3 person. Something that's in that fitness range. You can start fitting more people. You can do the family thing, all the stuff for larger saunas, and the applicable activities inside them. A lot of people like to do yoga or kettlebell workouts or stretching or this, that, and the other. And basements are in the same camp, because usually basements, you can run electrical either a drop ceiling or open bays relatively cheap or easy because you have the access. And then generally in all three of these situations, whether it's home gym, garage, or basement, you have the space to put a giant, 4 or 5 person sauna. So these are kind of in a category of their own. Great options for this would be like a Clearlight Sanctuary 4. If you want to put something outside, you could do a Clearlight Sanctuary 5. Some of the Clearlight Premiers that are really big, I don't remember which models allow you to add the lay down bench, but it looks super comfortable. I don't have one. But these are cases where you'd have the space and the power in order to run things like this. Same thing for the Radiant Health. E3H. You could probably do an E4H. You could do the big corner sauna. You could pretty much power anything that you want in these cases. Same thing with the Heavenly Heat. You can do their larger sauna. You could put a combo sauna in your basement or your garage if you wanted to. That's going to be super hot for those of you that want 180 plus, or you want the benefits of both infrared and traditional. That'll give it to you. Be careful of some of those hybrids, though. I saw some at a hot tub store that I really loved the look of, but when I got into the controls, I realized, and this was several years ago now, I don't think they've updated it. If they do update it, I would love to take another look because the saunas were beautiful. Just the problem was the way that the power supply was built, you had to choose on the day you want to do your sauna. You could only turn on infrared or you could only turn on traditional. And I'm kind of like, well, why would I buy a hybrid or a combo sauna if I can't use both? So one of the things that I like about the Heavenly Heat combos or hybrid saunas, whatever you want to call them, is that you can run both at the same time. So if I'm going for high heat, high impact, I'm going to want the benefits of infrared also with the high heat of the traditional sauna. Most people don't need both, but for people who are training or triathletes or doing some type of protocol like that, those are a great fit. And for basement, garage, and home gym, you probably have as much space as you need to accommodate larger equipment like that. So next saunas on the list or sauna category are going to be best saunas for health troubles and detox protocols. So this is broken out into its own specific category for one particular reason. Usually people that are health challenged have unique needs and they require things like a low VOC sauna that doesn't off gas, a low EMF sauna that's not going to, cause them any additional stress if that's what their, practitioner has told them to get. Other things like dealing with allergies or chemical sensitivities. You got to use things that have a certain lumber or don't have irritants or aren't going to smell up the house because of MCAS or MCS or something like that. One of those conditions where, you can get flare-ups just from bringing things, outside the home in. And for these, we're very, very specific on the recommendations. And we stick to things like, a Heavenly Heat Eco or a Mini. We'll do a Heavenly Heat 1 person. We'll do a Radiant Health E1H or something like that. And we're trying to do a couple of different things here. Number one, we're sticking with brands that we know aren't irritating to folks after seeing hundreds of people, work with them. Number two, we're paying really close attention to how the sauna heats up and where the heaters are placed and the heat coverage in these far infrared saunas. And so we gravitate towards things like the Radiant Health E2H or the E1H, specifically because of the heater layout. And the reason why that is because a lot of times these folks cannot use the sauna at max temperature. That doesn't mean they can't do a detox protocol, though. They can actually run it at a lower temperature, still get a great sweat, still increase their heart rate without moving, complete the detox protocol, get the benefit without stressing out their system too much. And the only way that you're able to do that and execute on that well is if the heaters are in the right places and you have adequate far infrared coverage, because you're not going to rely on convection or the heating of the air in the cabin to make you sweat as much. You're going to turn that down so that there's not as much heat stress, so that the folks that are dealing with chronic fatigue and have brain fog and other issues don't have recirculation symptoms. They're not exacerbated by doing super hot, too intensive protocols that just leaves them tired and wiped out the next day. That doesn't work. And for these folks specifically, we're looking for saunas that can execute sessions at low temperatures very, very effectively, not tax the system, but also not take forever in a day to heat up too. So we're looking at usually smaller saunas because the cubic footage is smaller. Typically, the heat up times are lower. There's not as much surface area to heat up. Same thing with your body. The heaters are really close to you, yada, yada, yada. So those are the models that, we're typically looking to put people in for those, situations because they get better results with something like that. So last but not least is sauna budgets. What are the best saunas if you're on a budget? Under $500, your options are going to be the portable saunas that we touched on in the beginning, but only the cheap ones that are really small. Alternative to that, I have a little course that's the DIY sauna build. It'll teach you how to make a sauna out of heat lamp bulbs and a grow tent. And that's very, very effective. The other benefit to it is that you can control the height of the sauna. So if you want to sit or stand, you can do that. And so it's adjustable, very accommodating. It's not portable though. You're not going to really want to break it down and put it away. It's not a portable sauna. Under $1,000, as of a couple of months ago, you could get one of these mini saunas from Amazon or Wayfair for around $800 or $900. I don't know if it's really worth it. One of them I just can't fit in. I'm too broad and my shoulders are basically sweating all over the heaters on either side. There's nowhere for me to go. If you're a small, female, or you like, something tiny, probably be a good fit for you. Wasn't the EMF wasn't great. The like all the low, claims and everything didn't back out. I don't know if it's really worth it to, splurge a few $100s more on something else where you get everything you want. That's a personal decision that you have to make. But anything under $1,000, I kind of gravitate back towards the sauna dome. If you look on the channel, you can see that I reviewed a couple of sauna domes. We finally found one that worked really well. And I put the updates in the Facebook group. Super awesome. They heat up fast and make you sweat good. Build quality is good. No funny smells. EMF was good. Electric fields were awesome, which is rare for a dome or a portable sauna. So under $1,000, I think those are great options. Under $1,500, going up to the next price point. The best thing that I've found, again, we have a new Life Pro over here that I think is $1,200, $1,300, or $1,400. The problem is it's a little small for me. I don't necessarily fit in it that great. I'm uncomfortable. So half the people that would be interested in that, if you're my size or close to it, probably not going to be, it's a great product for the money, but I don't know about application and people, sitting in it and stuff. It's hard for me to say. I have to do some more seat time. But in the $1,500, I think it's worth it to go to $1,700 because you could get something else like one of the one-person saunas behind me. We've done a bunch of reviews on some of the Costco saunas and things like that, but I find that these still work a little bit better. In the sub $2,000 price range, you're pretty much limited to a one or a two-person sauna, and you want to be careful about the saunas that say that they're 1 to 2 person. There's no such thing as a 1 to 2 person. You can fit 2 people in a 2 person, and you can fit 1 person in a 2 person. But you're not going to fit 1 to 2 people in a 1 person. Not unless you're like, pencil or something. It just doesn't work. But those are going to be the greatest options, that I've found in 2025. There are some outliers here and there that are great for, unique situations. I really, really, really liked the Heavenly Heat Mini, or I think they renamed it as the Eco when it first came out. Built like a tank, heats to 165, and it heats fast. One of the fastest preheating saunas on the market. But when it came out, it was $1,000 or $2,000 or maybe even $3,000 cheaper. But all that tariff stuff or whatever the political things are going on has completely destroyed a lot of the pricing for some of these items. And just 8 months ago, 10 months ago, it was completely different. A year ago, the pricing was drastically different. So if you check out the individual reviews on the channel and the price doesn't match what you see today, usually that's why. Now, I think we're coming up on some sales. So if you check the Certified Sauna community, which is the Facebook group, we'll post the group buy discounts and anything like that comes out whenever they do in there. And if you have questions, happy to help you. We'll see you in tomorrow's series.